Kupo, 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 Kupo. Yeah, I still got it. Incubos, what's up? Final here today, Final Fantasy Talk, and today we're going to talk about some more Final Fantasy 15. We got an update on what's been going on with Final Fantasy 15, and this was actually from a couple of my Kupos on Twitter and YouTube. So basically what's going on with Final Fantasy 15 right now, Final Fantasy 15 is about 70% complete. There's about 30% left for Final Fantasy 15 to be fully complete. So we are going to get it. We are going to get a release date this year. We're going to get all this stuff for Final Fantasy 15 this year. Now, we don't know if the game's coming out this year, but we will get so much info about the game this year for sure. And if it doesn't come out this year, it's probably going to be early next year for sure, like January or February, something like that. Or, you know, the latest would be March, but hopefully it's not like that. But the update right now, what Square Enix is doing with Final Fantasy 15 is actually doing the English voices for Final Fantasy 15. So we will be able to know, you know, all these voice actors, what the characters are going to sound like, what Noctis is going to sound like. We're going to know all of that, and they're doing that all right now, the English version for Final Fantasy 15. So basically, this is what Square Enix likes to do with Final Fantasy games. They like to, you know, of course, first develop them with all the graphics, the story, and characters and everything. And then they want to, you know, since, you know, they're Japanese and everything, I completely understand. They do the Japanese voice acting first, and then they do more developing and everything. They do more with the game and everything. And basically, the last thing, or not the last thing, but one of the last things that they do is the English voice acting for the Final Fantasy games. Like, I think 5 months ago, or not even 5 months ago, they just did, like, the import for Final Fantasy, for Final Fantasy X HD with voice acting and everything. They just did that 10 months ago, but they did Japanese first. And I think that was with Lightning Returns as well. Like, they did the last voice acting was the English voice acting, and that was like 6 months ago or something. So they do the voice acting basically one of the last things to do. So whenever they do that, and whenever they talk about it, you know that this game is pretty close to being done. So, but the thing is, why haven't they been releasing news about it? Why haven't they been doing any of that? I don't know. I don't know why they're not releasing so many news or anything, or any story info or whatever, but I kind of like it. I like it because it doesn't spoil anything. There were so many Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns trailers and news. I have over 200 videos of Lightning Returns videos and news videos and everything. I have so much news on Lightning Returns. But it kind of spoiled, not like it didn't really spoil it, but it kind of did, you know what I mean? So I kind of like how there's not a lot of news coming out for Final Fantasy 15. When there is a lot of news though, because there will be a lot of news on Final Fantasy 15, I hope it's not too much on the story. Just, you know, a little bit on the characters and a lot on the gameplay and everything. So, anyway, Kubos, Final Fantasy 15, we are going to get it pretty soon. I think we're going to get a release date for sure at E3 this year. 100% I think we're going to get a release date. If it's not at E3, then it's for sure going to be at Game Festa in Japan. I forget when that is. Isn't that like at September or something? Or August? Somewhere around there. But it's after E3. And I think that we're definitely going to get the release date this year, and we're going to get it. We're going to get the game that we've been waiting for 8 years now. Basically, 8 years. And we can finally move on with the Final Fantasy series. I've been waiting. Honestly, Final Fantasy 13 is all good and stuff, but when it's the same thing basically over and over again for 5 years straight, I can't do it. I can't do it. So anyway, Cabos, no hate on Final Fantasy 13. Good way to end the series or everything, but I want a new Final Fantasy game. A lot of people want a new Final Fantasy game, and I think Final Fantasy 15 is going to blow up how this Final Fantasy community will be. So anyway, Kubos, you let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Do you think they're getting really close of finishing this game? Because, like I said, whenever Square Enix makes a Final Fantasy game, one of the last things that they do is the English voice acting for the Final Fantasy game. So, anyway, Kubos, you let me know in the comments below what you think, and also when you think this game will be announced as well at E3, Game Fest, whenever, and also just leave your comments below how hype you are for Final Fantasy 15, because I'm pretty sure so many people are, and I'm pretty sure when this game comes out, it's gonna get so many sales. So many sales. I think it's gonna get like 1 million sales in like the first week or two, something like that, because so many people have been waiting for it. So many people know about this game. People are not even in the Final Fantasy community know about this game, and they want this game. So I think this game is just gonna blow up no matter what. I'm getting overexcited, overhyped right now, but hey, that's what you need to do. You're a gamer, you're a nerd, you're a Final Fantasy gamer, nerd, and you get excited about these things. And I know, don't sound like I have a life or anything, but whatever, whatever. Final Fantasy gamers for life, man. So anyway, Kubos, you let me know in the comments below what you think. And yeah, so anyway, Kubos, hope you enjoyed. I'm Final, and I'm out. Kubos. See ya.
Shakedown.